Hello watch fans, and welcome to another watch review video. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at a watch that has a special place in my heart. The Swiss Legend Trimix Diver. This watch is the watch that kind of started it all for me. Little over a year ago, flipping through the channels, I came across World of Watches on TV and saw this watch, and it blew me away for the price. I had always been kind of a fan of watches. You know, I would buy one, maybe a Bulova or a Seiko or a Citizen, and I'd keep it for a year or two and get tired of it and trade it in, or just give it to my friend, whatever I might do with it. It just went away. But when I saw this watch, and I believe at the time it was $125, I just thought, wow, what a cool watch for $125. So I bought it, came in a few days, I opened it up, and I was just amazed. I just thought it was a real pretty watch. You know, I loved the glacier blue dial. That really sold it for me. I loved on this model that you have a brushed bezel instead of a high polished bezel. This is really one of the only models that they did that. Every other Trimix was pretty much high polish. This was one of the few that had a brushed finish, and I thought the brush just went really nicely with the blue on the dial. And again, the sides are polished, but I just really like the way that kind of popped on the dial and the bezel. The watch itself, being a Swiss Legend, their claim to fame is it has to have a quote-unquote Swiss-made movement. This one has the ISA 8172 chronograph. I'm going to show you how that works in a minute, but a few more specs. It is all stainless steel, 316L stainless steel. The poly strap I fell in love with. I was really nervous. I had other poly straps before, and they were always kind of hard and rigid. This one is as soft and comfortable as any other watch that I've ever owned. The only thing I didn't love about it was that it had Swiss Legend marked all around it. I would have liked it a little better if it just had maybe a logo on there. But it is what it is. Now, all the new Trimixes that are out there no longer have these little screws. Again, at the time when I saw it, I wasn't really into watches. I had no idea it was a copy of another watch. I just thought it was cool, but apparently there was some legal issues, and they no longer put those little bolts in the bezel. They're either smooth all the way around, or they put some dive markings on there. But still, you know, kind of cool watches for the money. Like I said, I think I paid about $125 for this one. Now you can get them under $100 pretty regularly on World of Watches. Now back to the movement. One of the things I noticed on this was when you activate the chronograph, let it run a little bit here. This was kind of a pet peeve for me, and I didn't notice it for a little while. After we stop it and we reset it, it stops a little short of the 12, and I have to kind of restart it a tick or two to get it to line up perfectly. And I'm anal about that. I like it to line up perfectly. If I would have noticed that right away, I probably could have sent it back and they would have sent me a new one. But who knows if that new one would have been any better. I have one other Swiss Legend that I keep as a beater, and it does the exact same thing. It stops 3 or 4 seconds before the 12, but you kind of get what you pay for. These are great watches for active people. For me, I wear them on the weekend when I'm in the pool, splashing around, jumping around. Same with the other one that I have. You know, the crystal they use is their Sapphitech crystal, which is their sapphire copy. If you've ever seen their TV show, you know, Jim Skelton takes out a ridiculously sharp knife and just frickin' scratches the shit out of it. And it never really makes a mark on the glass. And this one, too, has had no problems. It's just as nice as it was brand new out of the box. Other than that, again, great beater watch. Someone who's just getting into watch collecting, I would highly recommend it. I also want to give a shout out to a couple of my friends on Instagram. If you check out @PracticalWatch, they focus on watches that are $500 or less. And for people who, don't want to get into the thousands of dollar watches, you can get some really nice watches for $500 or less. And their site pretty much focuses on that. So, give them a look, and you'll really see a lot of nice things. So that's about it on the Trimix. Again, nothing glorious, nothing too spectacular, just a nice quality everyday watch. So as always, anybody has any questions on the watch, feel free to leave a message on the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you missed it, we did just do the giveaway for that Invicta Grand Diver. Congratulations again to the winner. The watch is on the way. I hope you like it, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. We'll be talking to you soon.